Good morning, guys. It is day one in KL, and today's my birthday because it's December 9th over here. Originally, I was gonna go to the Batu Caves in the morning, but it's been raining like all morning, so we're gonna save that for tomorrow. And jet lag has kind of been kicking my butt, but I have a reservation for afternoon tea at a place called 38, so we're gonna go there. And then I also have dinner reservations tonight, and that should be super duper fun. It's called Dining in the Dark KL. I've never done something like that, so I thought that would be a fun little treat to myself. First things first, we gotta go exchange some money, so let's go. Y'all, I'm so freaking late. I was waiting for over 30 minutes for a ride. I was trying to use Bolt, but then I ended up just switching to Grab because Bolt was taking way too long. I know Bolt is cheaper, but I didn't have time to save money today. Hopefully they still let me in. I'm like 40 minutes late, but we tried, girl. And I look cute. My Grab driver said I look beautiful.
This restaurant is called 38 and it's located inside the Grand Hyatt Hotel in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. It was giving very swanky vibes, so I felt like it was best to record my voiceover after, so I didn't do much talking while I was eating there. But this seems like the perfect place to book like a birthday dinner reservation. It has some really amazing views of the Petronas Towers, and I can imagine at night it's especially beautiful. I booked myself a spot for afternoon tea, and if I said I knew what everything was, I would be lying. But this pink little disc on the side was like some kind of like chicken pate, and then the green one had salmon inside, if I'm not mistaken. And then they also served some other little amuse-bouche type things. There was like this corn, I don't know if it was a soup, it was like a gelatinous kind of texture. Definitely very interesting food. They specialize in contemporary international cuisine, so if you're looking to try some new things, definitely check them out. The tea was really good. I ended up getting two different kinds. I usually go with Earl Grey and English breakfast, so that is what I went for. And here comes the little corn situation that I was talking about in this little like bowl. It was good. I fucked it up, I'm not even gonna lie. And then I also had several other dishes. Girl, let me just come back and explain after I'm done eating. But yeah, as you can see, the service was top notch. They have 4.4 stars on Google, so I think that's really what enticed me to go there. Also, the menu just had a bunch of things that I thought would be good, so it didn't really matter what I ordered. But they also ended up giving me this dessert platter with like a bunch of different desserts. He's explaining it right now. Let me shut up.
First one, we have a Valua chocolate lollipop, and also we have a physical flower with the matcha flavor. The second one is a power pot with the chocolate chip, and the second dessert is a daisy with the hazelnut flavor, and the last one, almond cyber with the mango mousse. For the last layer, we have a yuzu cake and classic scone. And for the classic scone, we got a 3 type of condiment. The first one, black sesame cheese. The second one is a cottage cream. The last one is a strawberry jam.
Thank you so much.
Just got ready for dinner. What do you guys think? What do you think? Okay, let me stop messing around because I'm like 15 minutes late. I'm not late yet, but I assume I'm gonna be late. But yeah, I'll take you guys with me. Come on.
For dinner, I made a reservation at Dining in the Dark KL. The entire idea is to basically eat your meal in the dark and guess what you're eating. They ask you in advance, you know, if you have any allergies or anything like that. but I don't. I eat pretty much everything. So this was a really cool experience, and this was like a little puzzle they gave you to solve to kind of get the brain flowing. It's a bunch of different little shapes, and you have to try and fit them into the correct slots with your blindfold on. I obviously couldn't bring my camera into the dinner because it is pitch black in there. They give you a little locker to lock your stuff up, but trust, the food was absolutely delicious, and by the sound of it, it sounded like there were a lot of people in there. So highly recommend this as something to do as like a fun date night thing with your partner or with like a group of friends. It would be really fun. Highly recommend you check it out. Once again, it's called Dining in the Dark. They let you see the menu at the end so you know what you were eating. Here's a quick look at the menu. I was like 40% correct.
So I just finished Dining in the Dark KL, and it was unlike anything I've ever experienced before. When they say it's pitch black in there, it is pitch black in there. And I was wondering, how do the servers get around? Do they have like night vision goggles or something? My server was actually blind, so he memorized the layout of the room, and that's how he gets around the room. And I think that's actually really smart, really innovative, and it gives an opportunity for people who may not have otherwise had the ability to have a job. So that was really cool. And they served 14 courses. I guessed some of them right, some of them I was absolutely wrong. Like, I thought salmon was beef for some reason, but yeah, amazing experience, 10 out of 10. I highly recommend. If you've never done Dining in the Dark, you should definitely check it out.
So now we're at a hotel called the Banyan Tree, and we're about to go to this bar called Vertigo. Supposedly, this bar has one of the best views in the city of the Petronas Twin Towers and the KL Tower. So that is what really enticed me to go here. Let's check out the view. So I'm not a big drinker, so I only had one drink here, but the view is pretty worth the hype. The space itself is kind of a small space. You can maybe fit like 30 people in there max. Is not really a vibe, honestly, so I would skip it if you don't really want to go there.
So I'm back from my night out. I had an absolutely amazing time. The hookah lounge was great. I actually got to meet the owner. His name is Raymond. He's been living in KL for the past 7 years, and he ended up giving me a discount. Said anytime that I come, I always have a discount. So shout out to Raymond. Thank you so much for keeping me company, for teaching me a little bit about you and your spot. And yeah, if you guys made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one. Until next time, peace out.
'Cause we're young and we're beautiful.